Good morning, my dear students. Today, what we are going to discuss about is nomination in banking. So, our methodology of explaining the concept is we will go based on the cases and we will take one case and understand the case study. And we will also look at the options given. There are four options which we have to choose. We will explore all the four options. Then we will also understand what is the answer and what is the inference. So today case study is about nomination in banking. So this case is all about one Mr. Raj who is having a bank account, is one of the leading bank. He is under the age of 65, senior citizen, and nominate his grandson. In his demise, whom to settle the account? To his legal heir, that is his son, or actual nominee, his grandson. That is what the case is all about. Let's we go into the case now, right now, right? So Mr. Raj, 65 years old individual who is having a savings account where he nominated his 12-year-old grandson as a nominee. You all know nomination can be anyone in the banking account. Probably son, sister, brother, others, friend, anyone can be a nominee. In this case, what is happening is 65 years old Raj, who is having a savings account, nominated his grandson who is a minor. The grandson is at the age of 12 years, he is a minor. Minor can be nominated? Yes, he can be nominated. There is no rule we cannot nominate minor. So in this case, Raj is a senior citizen who has nominated his grandson. So what will happen now? Raj demise. Unfortunately, Mr. Raj is no more now. His son, Raj's son, comes as a legal heir and fight with the bank. Bank, you have to settle the whatever the balance amount in is my father account to be me, not to my son. That means not to grandson who is actual nominee. What bank has to do? What is the rule which talks about Banking Regulation Act? And what is the rule of nomination? How should the bank settle the claim? There are two, three options. One is the bank can settle the claim to the nominee or bank can settle the claim to his son. And what bank has to do? So we have a four options. Let's one by one we will see that. The first option, option A, which is given, the bank should settle the balance only in the favor of legal heir. In this case, legal heir is son, since a nominee is minor. But there is a nomination. Please remember, there is a nomination which is there in the banking account. That nomination also is a minor who is a grandson. So option A says, please settle the claims to legal heir. What is option B? The bank should settle the balance in favor of grandson who is actual nominee through a natural guardian, because nomination comes first. So you should settle the claim to a nominee, not to the legal heir. The third option, that is option C, the bank should obtain succession certificate from the court and then decide who can be the successor for this account. So that is a big process. That either legal heir or the nominee has to go to the court and get the succession certificate. But what rule talks about it? Let's see. The option D, the bank should freeze the account until the grandson attains the majority. Okay, until the grandson attain the majority. So these are all the four options. The options are very clear. First option is settle to legal heir, that is his son. Second is settle to a nominee through a guardian, because a nominee is minor. Third one is go to the court and get the succession certificate. Fourth option is freeze the account till we get clarity about that. Let's understand what is the option now. The correct answer is the bank should settle the claims to the favor of grandson who is a nominee through a natural guardian. Why through natural guardian? Because nominee grandson is a minor. So that is the answer. Option B is the answer. But why, what, when? That is what we are going to discuss about that. What is the nomination principle here all about it? Nominee is a trustee of the funds, not the ultimate owner. Please remember, nominee is a trustee. Trustee means guardian. The bank duty to discharge by paying to nominee. Please remember, nomination doesn't override legal heir right. Meaning that legal heir comes first, nomination comes as a second. That is what the nomination principle is all about. But here in this question, the bank is settling the claim to nominee. That is what the right answer. I will also explain why that is the right answer. Before that, we will also see minor is a nominee and payment made to guardian only. Guardian manages the funds with the authority to transact. Minor doesn't have a direct access to that account. That's okay. Now we will come back to the final thing, bank's obligation. Bank liability to discharge upon payment to the nominee, right? Please remember, bank will only consent about the nomination. Bank is not concerned about ultimate ownership. Here, ultimate ownership may be the legal heir, but nomination is there, so the bank can give money only to the nominee. Legal heir want to have that money, they can go and file a case to the court and pursue the claims through a legal process. But bank has a concern, the nomination, is the first one, right? So the bank will pay to the nominee only. So when a minor is nominated, the bank follow legal framework by paying the nominee through a guardian, right? So the bank, the first option is to discharge the obligation to nomination or whoever is nominated, and then only legal heirs. Suppose legal heir wanted to have this money back to them, they can go to the court and do that. So in this question or in this case study, the legal heir is a secondary, nomination is a first. The bank should settle the balance in favor of his grandson as a nominee through his legal guardian. So that is the answer for that. I hope all of you enjoy this case study analysis, and if you like it, please like this video and subscribe it and share it through your friends, right? And I also request each one of you whoever is watching this video, please give your topics, whatever the topics you want, this kind of a case studies, and your comments and suggestions, any modification required on this presentation, all of that, please write your views on the comments so that we can incorporate and we can grow only by way of your feedback. Thank you so much and wish you happy learning, and we will come back with your new videos, new case studies, new interpretation for the banking case studies. Thank you so much. Thank you all.